Hello there, good people. What's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Let me do quickly a morning thoughts episode. I don't know why I did that, just like that. So it's around 7:30 here, kind of like cloudy, overcast condition. Yeah, I've been experiencing some rain and stuff lately, but still pretty warm and how to say humid. Some people ask me like, "Hey, why you were showing fresh fragrance during winter time? We haven't started winter." And yes, I did chop off my hair because it's so hot. Just keep a little bit like Tintin, right in front. Otherwise, it looks like a little bit like see, major difference. So hopefully you're doing good. And I want to talk about three different topics today. Let's see how we do. First topic I want to talk about is what is your baby? Okay, some people when you hear the baby, it's like not literally just a baby. Let me tell you in a broader context what I feel. This is some of my go-to thoughts. Once in a while I think about stuff. What I try to say is this, like, let's say you have a baby. Let's start with that. Let's say you're a kid. Only you will understand how much the baby means to you, because you took care of it, you gave birth to it, and then you actually the baby growing with you every day. So basically you will value like the baby more than anybody else in the world. Okay, no one can love your kid more than you. Second thing, let's say if you have a pet, let's say a dog, a puppy, or a cat, or anything, you will find the little even flaws. Like, let's say that the dog walks a little bit funny and wobbles, like how to say it, it's clumsy, it falls over, it cannot catch a ball, but you will find it so lovely. Even if your bird is not tame, doesn't have any tricks, but you love your bird, because perhaps it's not the best looking bird in the world, but you love it. Why? Because it's your baby. Or let's say your project. Okay, some people, let's say they made a building. Okay, when they go past it, they appreciate, stop by and say, oh wow, I put the right amount of glass area or something. The architecture of the building is so beautiful. Or let's say you made a community, or you started off whole group of fragrances, or anything that you run. You are the admin and you manage the page, your channel. A lot of people will say a lot of things bashing you. They do not see the hard work that you put behind it. Only you know how much you sacrifice for it. I'm sorry, the construction will start in next project. It's going to be very noisy. If you can hear some of it, I'm sorry. But let's say you, like, let me give you example of my group. When I run a group, people sometimes have a lot of complaints. Why are you so strict? Why don't you let people have fun? Why don't you become like less strict? See, the thing is, when you build something, you want to keep it nice. Yeah, you definitely, some people say you're a control freak and whatnot, but you want to keep your group clean. No political agenda, no fight, no off topic. Like in a perfume group, you are discussing a lot of other things, and unnecessary topics. It kind of ruins the experience for other members, because when they enter a perfume group, they want to see perfume interaction, nice people talking, cultural exchange, get to know each other, become friends. They don't want to see people fight, ugliness, and then just trying to be funny and then insulting others. This I feel a little bit off-putting. Okay, so once you run a group, to some people it will be like, hey, it's easy for them to criticize. But when you do it yourself, let's say your project, or you build a company, or you are the boss, only you know that you want the very best of your for your group, and you want to go somewhere, certain place. So it's easy, from, let's say, when you're watching a reviewer, it's very easy to judge them. Hey, I don't like your setup, I don't like this, I don't like how you review. But the effort they put, it takes a lot. Because I always say, give credit to reviewers. I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about all the reviewers. Really annoying, man, the sounds they make, very horrible sound whole day. Both sides got construction going, I'm really sorry. And then they scream all day. Bangladesh, this is one reason I don't like staying in the city. I wish I could move to somewhere there's less people, less noise, maybe a village. So now the thing is, back to what I was saying. Let's say when a reviewer, they are doing something, they are promoting, when they buy a fragrance, like yesterday I bought the Invictus Platinum, I'll review it soon. But why do they do these things? Some people just buy, normal members, and thanks to them as well, because they run the group. But when a group owner, or say reviewer, buy a fragrance, he's not just using it, he perhaps is splitting it, talking about it, reviewing it, bringing it to the community to share knowledge and spread information. So many of the other people would know, oh, there is an interest. Okay, so keeping that interest, people are working so hard for that, not only for a little bit of YouTube money, okay, or Decant money. They're doing that to run a community. So that extra mile they take, they are sort of leading the community, I feel. So most of the reviewers who are doing still reviews and not nonsense, like A lot of people, reviewers nowadays, lost their focus. This after money, and then only money, and then trying to make something clickbait worthy. I watch that sometimes. I mean, I don't watch them, but I see people doing it. I lost respect for them. I'm sorry to say. Fragrance related channels doing non-fragrance related stuff for just hours, that doesn't interest me. Okay, you hear that? Yeah, that thing is starting at 7:30. People, horrible people, at least start at 8. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say in general, people like Robes '08, Steven, big names, Mac 40, I have seen them being bashed. People say negative things about them, but do the work they did for the community and create the interest, bring people together. It's not easy. It's very easy to break things up. Like you can just see like a pyramid or something. If people made that pyramid by the sand or castle, it took them hours to build that, and you can just strike it down with one big strike. You will not lose anything. For you, it means nothing. But once you raise your child, that's what I'm saying, baby, then you understand how much love, sacrifice it took, and why it hurts when people try to harm that, right? So I hope you understand. When you can only understand this once you have your own project or your own baby. Then you understand, oh wow, okay, I've been working, I've been going through this tough times, so I understand what they're going through, right? So please do something constructive. Try to like take responsibility of someone, pay for someone, take some responsibility. Then only you realize what is it like to lead a community. Okay, second thing I want to talk about is discipline. Totally different topic, and very short. Why is it important to have discipline? I'm one guy. I'm very disciplined in many ways, and I'm not disciplined in many ways as well. When I was a student, I always used to have this bad habit of saving work for the last second. You've been there, like many of you. Like the semester is going on, you're like, hey, I'm a genius. I can do this final year project or the presentation within 1 hour because there's Google, right? That's how we used to do most of our projects. Some of us are really good, but imagine if we studied throughout the semester, our grades would be A minus or A, okay, instead of a B minus or B, right? Major difference, and we didn't care. Some of us didn't care. We just like wanted to pass. But if we had the discipline, let's say we did the work, the quiz, and we just have everything, on time, then we have, like, in the end when the result would come out, we wouldn't panic. Nowadays I still have nightmares of my study times. I wake up, I'm like, oh, I missed an exam. Then I wake up, I'm like, oh. That's why I never miss my study days. Like I'm telling you, frankly, I'm not a study person. I finished my master's, started off PhD, and then stopped it. But I never was into studying because I feel it's not the studying that's the problem. It's the nowadays how the teachers are, how the methods are. Like they just literally most of them I see are not really good teachers. They just put slides and they just teach without any heart and soul, and they just assume you know everything. Like they put accounting slides to teach you accounting. How are you going to learn accounting ever? So we have very bad problem of poor teachers nowadays. So if you don't find interest, you'll never ever want to be in the classes as well. You want to miss your 20% of the class, which is permissible, and you do some other stuff. But discipline other sides, let's say you want to have certain work. Let's say my work involves waking up, getting freshened up, have coffee, breakfast, whatever, then do the videos, upload it. This is my regular routine. Then whatever orders I have, I write down. I have a book for it, and I write down who's the person who's taking in the amount. I break them down in certain ways, so I have track of whatever I have to do, things I have to do. And after that I have to go discharge, send the courier, and I have to buy something, shopping. So I write down everything on piece of paper. I have a lot of diaries. Okay, so in that way, when you become slowly older, you start forgetting stuff. That's what's happening with me. I forget a lot of stuff. Let's say I leave my umbrellas at a certain shop. I bought certain things. I leave it here and there. I don't remember, and later I remember after like few months. I'm like, oh, that's what happened, right? So it's important to have discipline because you can get things done very nicely, and once you're done, then you don't feel panicked anymore. You feel like, oh, everything's taken care of, I can relax. I'm a little bit OCD in that way, but I still feel do have a little bit discipline, and then do what you have to do priority wise, then you can enjoy the rest of the day. Okay, so discipline. Third thing I want to talk about is last point. Okay, extreme people. When I say extreme people, people are thinking in their head only the religious extremism. No, I want to talk about people who feel, very strongly about something, and they just stick to the one side. Perhaps I've seen most of people are like this. They have a life-changing experience. They used to be very fun loving, going out, drinking, smoking. Those are not very good habits, but at one point they used to enjoy music. Nowadays suddenly something happened to them. It's a good thing for them, I'm happy for them, they became religious, but they start condemning other people. This is where I feel not just religious, even the non-religious ones who are extreme say, hey, there's no God, this, and your thought sucks. Why can't you just respect each other? You feel that way, you feel religious, spiritual, I'm happy for you, I respect you. But let's say I'm not the religious extreme or that other extreme, I'm somewhere in the moderate. I like to enjoy good things in life. We believe there's afterlife, Muslims, we believe. But we also have this world, we have responsibilities to take care of, we have to do the right things, so we have good deeds we can take with us, and people will remember us perhaps, right, after our passing. But why passing the judgment, from one extreme to another extreme? Why can't people live in the middle, be not just liberal, but be moderate, be tolerant, like let's say you have a festival, let's say Muslim having a festival, other religions can come and join and you can enjoy. Let others also invite in your home, see what kind of food you eat. If you do not eat something, also respect that. But you also can attend other people's festivals, so let's say right now it's Durga Puja going on for Hindus. I wish you all happy holidays. But in this way, less of hatred will happen, because people mostly get into hatred because of how strongly they feel. A lot of people, a lot of wars happen just because of this faith. A lot of people were punished due to their beliefs, due to science. They believe in science, some people didn't believe in science. A lot of these things happen. But don't let people make you sheep. A lot of people I see, they have ideology and they cannot come out of it. They cannot think with open mind, even if they know, like let's say a person of different faith, they're doing the right thing, and your people are doing something wrongdoing. Let's say someone breaking someone's worship house, let's say you break someone's mosque or you break someone's temple, and you feel like so strong because you are sometimes in majority, and you harm the minority, right? I don't want to say which religion, whatever, but when you have the power and you just torture, and that if you were in the minority you wouldn't dare do this because it's illegal, but you can get away with doing wrong things, doing injustice, right? And you don't do it and you do it. There's a massive difference between the two. You pick what you feel the right thing. But most of people, they know that they pray 5 times a day, they're very religious. I see our people, and then they go for Hajj pilgrimage, they're so holy, nice beard, and then they come back and then do corruption, they take bribe. What's the point, right? I mean, I'm not here to judge others while I'm saying I'm perfect. I have a lot of imperfection. Okay, obviously everybody has faults, and obviously we have to admit it. But most people don't seem to admit it. Everybody seems they're perfect and they're right, but they're doing the wrong things. In their head they are racist or something like that, but they don't show it. But my whole point, last point I want to say was, do everything in moderation. Even if you do not know the unknown, you may fear it. Like let's say some other culture, and then you like thinking, or someone told you a myth, or those people are evil, they are worshippers of devil or something, and you believe it without mixing with them. And you live in one country, have this this idea, like you never been to the other country, but you think this idea is like that whole country is bad. One whole country cannot be bad. If you have a little bit of common sense, you would know, you'll be able to think. Some people with political ideology, they cannot seem to do the right thing, they always do the diplomatic thing. So these are the things that make life difficult and make people fight, right? If you're watching this, make a difference. If you're a nice guy, obviously you're a nice guy, a nice person, nice lady, but do not get engaged where people make you sort of feel like extreme and anger. These are the things are never good for us in the long run. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I could make some sense, and always nice to hear your thoughts in the comment section who watch these videos. Take care, keep me in your prayers, and I also pray for you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.